Shifting our focus now, in fact, the return of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party to power in Bangladesh has revived Dhaka's demand for the extradition of the ousted former Prime Minister of the country, Sheikh Hasina, from India, posing a delicate diplomatic challenge for New Delhi. Following BNP's landslide victory in the first general election since the 2024 Gen Z uprising, senior leader Salahuddin Ahmed has said that the new government would actively pursue Hasina's return to stand trial. Meanwhile, Hasina has strongly rejected the legitimacy of the recent elections. In a statement, she described the polls as a disgraceful chapter in Bangladesh's history and also called for the resignation of Mohammad Yunus. Alleging widespread administrative manipulation and also numerical fraud, the former Prime Minister, Ms. Hasina, claimed that the official figures did not reflect the true level of public participation, and it also further goes ahead and deepens the political fault lines in the country.
Process, of course. And that depends on the legal process, of course. And that depends on the legal process, of course. And that depends on the legal process, of course. And that depends on
the Sheikh Hasina factor. How important is that to improving India-Bangladesh ties?
Of course, it is important. There's a strong sentiment that carries in, amongst the people of Bangladesh. Because if you look back at the rogue Sheikh Hasina regime of the last 15 years, what we saw was a relationship between the government of India and Sheikh Hasina, not between the people of India or the government, not the people of India and people of Bangladesh. It was exclusively between the government of India and Sheikh Hasina. And Sheikh Hasina somewhat used India to provide a veil for all her crimes that she committed in Bangladesh, taking India's name as the principal sponsor of those crimes. So, it is natural that the perception would be high among the people of Bangladesh. It has propelled serious hatred. So, for us to turn down the temperature a bit in terms of people's sentiment, we need to see a reset in Indian foreign relations with Bangladesh, and must see realization in that reset that India has to reset by realizing that...
Would you ask for India to send her back?
India must realize that Sheikh Hasina Amlik doesn't exist in Bangladesh anymore. So they must reset their foreign policy in that way. Sheikh Hasina, we have left to the transparent judicial and legal system of Bangladesh, legal process of Bangladesh. So we will leave it to the judicial process and the legal process of Bangladesh to deal with Sheikh Hasina, Sheikh Hasina's crimes and other criminals from Awami League that have committed crimes. And India, of course, the legal and judicial process of Bangladesh, when it demands the return of Sheikh Hasina in a transparent way, that approach will always be applied. However, in that reset, if the mindset of the government of India changes in the sense that they realize that, then our mindset will also have some cooperation. So on that front, we have to, the India sovereign space must not be allowed to be used by a terrorist like Sheikh Hasina to destabilize Bangladesh. If India is complicit with that, then it's difficult. If they restrain that and realize that Sheikh Hasina Awami League doesn't exist, then we can have positive cooperation and development of that cooperation going forward.
Mr. Kabir, would you make a request formally to India to send Sheikh Hasina back?
As with the judicial process, with any criminal, with any terrorist that flees a country, naturally, the request will be made through the judicial process of Bangladesh.
You know what, Mr. Kabir, there is a concern maybe that if she comes back here, her security could be compromised, there could be a threat to her security. If India raises this concern, you think it's going to have an impact on the India-Bangladesh ties?
I mean, it's absurd to make a claim that her security will be compromised. This is a person who has killed 1,500 people. If she comes here, she'll be in prison, where she belongs. And, the implementation of her sentences as per the guidance of the judicial system of this country. Sheikh Hasina will be dealt through a transparent judicial process in Bangladesh. It is important that India restrains a terrorist like her in trying to destabilize Bangladesh. Then we can move on to positive, in developing positive relations and cooperation.